Pretty quick this time. See what happens here. Come on now. Slower than Christmas. And commercials. Looks okay. Okay. Looks all right tonight. For whatever reason, I guess because we got the doors open.
No, anyway.
No good? It's leaking? Oh. So it's not, gas is going out of it? Yeah. We can buy new shocks. Some of them come up slow anyway, these working, so they're not like the Bilsteins that shoot right back up. That is, well, pretty soft. Come on.
7-3. East down.
Slow up, easy down.
Something there to pull it up.
Well, yeah, your spring will pull it up. Put most of all your overtops for it, but I think the gas is going to
We need to get some outfits from here somewhere.
Yeah, we can get some new ones. That way we know we got fresh shocks. Them things there have been old for years.
I'm probably gonna try to run a big rate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be right. We're going after that money this year.
What, player?
Back to none, I think back and forth here. And don't do it. Ain't near the welder I used to be. Looks like the dirt dogs. Yeah. That's good enough for now. I have to get this thing a little higher and get back on the backside and weld the backside. So, but it will hold for now for what we're doing. We'll just have to make this bracket come up down there. Across. Like some sort of bar come up and around or something. I don't know what I'd make it bend. Maybe I ain't got enough tubing. That's all right. I just have to. Make some spuds that comes up right here on each side. You can do that with the radiator cap. One right here, I guess, on this side. That way it would come across. I can do that. Like that bar ahead, have it to where it bolts in. And have a piece that comes up, saddles it off of that, off them, you know what I mean? Where's that at? Huh? On the car.
In the door.
Something rather than liking that. Like tabs, stand up, probably cut this one off, move it, cut them both off, turn them over. And then have the tabs stick up, right there. About right in there. Or we could do like you modified and put some sort of a bar across, solid bar, you know, across there. And then make, well, it's just a piece of aluminum right here, gonna block air. Needs to be something like this. This needs to be, wherever we do. Needs to be a saddle instead of a plug, you know. Maybe. Back here for you. We ain't gotta move it. How about? How about building an aluminum saddle kind of like what you got over there. And then get in this back, we need to, but we need a fence rail on it. Well, let's try to keep this side clean. Alright, let's see.
I was thinking, you had to be on the side, if we could, we build like the mini stop. A bar coming in
On
from here,
the top of it.
sits on it, but if there's something right there, if you could build this route up underneath that right there.
Yeah. We got room on this one to put a shroud, so you take and bring it like in this, see? Come over. Thing is just massive. see some others, how they're done. I just know how I've always done them in the past. I guess could put that bar back in here, build our fan shroud, and have that deal to where it comes all the way up here, kind of rolls up and over. Maybe, clears the fan shroud, and it would hold the hood up too, keep it from getting into that. Maybe get some half-inch tubing, quarter-inch tubing or something. I think they got that at Atwood, some real small tubing. And then, come over to a saddle that fits that. And then on this side of that, we have our springs. Kind of like what I'm talking about there, basically. Just that bar and runners. That's aluminum straps, so isn't it? That's all, that's all it all needs. What's he got up here, I can't tell. I mean, can you blow it up? Like rivet into a saddle? I ain't got it welded. It's maybe into a piece that's on it, but that's a saddle he's got right over top of the radiator. He won't have it welded into the radiator. That's all I'm getting at. So he can take it off. Top core is right behind that, so we can't drill into it and rivet into it. The top core is right there. I just felt in there and found it. And it's just right there. So people comment, I can't see what they're saying. I'm sure people tell us how to do it. I just can't find my glasses. Alright, let's read a couple comments. Got my glasses on. That classic car guy says, what are we working on? We are working on a race car. You guys come check out my channel, Deep South Rust Garage. Okay, we'll try to get over there. So, all right. We out here just piddling around tonight, working on this here race car, if you're still in there. Trying to get radiator mounted. Yeah, I may, get you a piece of that aluminum, that heavy aluminum. And, make a saddle. Just cross it right here. Maybe all the way to here, you know, from here to here, that way it'll fit. It can't move. And I might try to take that, at least, well, I don't know, what do you think?
Since you can't root anything or do anything, and you can't root or bolt up underneath,
Yeah,
you gotta make a saddle and
they
then
probably,
bend a loop right here, where this can connect to that loop, and then you can also connect the, shroud to the bottom of this loop. Maybe, I don't know.
yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, if you had that aluminum come down and then bend it, down and bend it, and then that way you'd have something for the shroud to fasten to, and then on the bottom, we can make it to where it slides down in, you know what I mean, in that, that piece that comes up that holds the radiator. And, we just have to clamp it tight, that way when it goes in, it'll be snug.
Yeah.
Take a piece of, and then, but I'll have to take a piece, like, I'll have to take a piece of scrap metal or something, or aluminum or something to hook a, one of those springs in, and that way it'll hold it down. You know, this side here.
You can build a lip on both sides or something.
Now you build it like that and have it where we can hook in it. And then I'll just have to run a piece of strap. Yeah, I know it's bad, but, what if we got, well,
I don't know if it's wide enough.
no, ain't wide enough, and I don't know that you can bend it any wider. Don't know. Yes, trying to figure out our radiator brackets. We gotta, start fresh and build new, and we've got this one is fastened, but we can't do the same thing on that one because the radiator, if you'll notice, this has a notch. I mean, that really doesn't matter, but I mean, it's just the way it's made. We don't have anything here over here. So, sure, I could build something up, but we're just trying to figure that out. We've got an idea what to do. We just don't know if we can bend the aluminum. So we've got to have a little bit stronger piece of aluminum, and it's pretty tough to bend. So. We have it fresh.
Just have no way to connect it.
Right. What if we take, I don't know. Yeah, it needs to be, light. Yeah, it's stainless. So we can try it, see what it does, but I mean, a little too wide. Yep. We are getting there. One piece at a time. Let's see. We're doing fine, Pats fan. We appreciate the jewels there. Yeah, we got plenty of fab work on this for sure. It's every piece on this thing has to be fabbed up. And these cars right here are some of the hardest to do. Of course, these modifieds, you can you can buy a lot for these, but it's a little easier fabbing stuff up for these for whatever reason compared to those. So but yep. I don't know. We got a couple signs outside, but I don't know if they'll do what we need right out front there. Old road sign. Been working on a 49-3100 on S10 frame, so I understand. Yes, sir. That is a lot of work. I used to have a 48. It was on the stock frame, but that one I had, I cut it off in the front, right about the center where the axle went. And I put a Ford front end, a Ford car front end, like a 76 Cougar, I think what it was, and extended it out. It probably was another 1.5 feet longer in the front, and I put a manual steering box on it. Well, fixed all that in, fixed it all up, and shortened the tail end of it, and I Z'd the frame. I had that thing frame was about that high off the ground, and about that high off the ground. To get over here where you can see me, it's about 6 inches off the ground, off the car, and I put a small block Chevrolet in it, and it just never got going. I wound up selling that thing. The guy come by and just had to have it, so I sold it. But anyhow, oh man, yep, I like them 48, 49 models. We got some old road signs that was discontinued, had damage on them and stuff, and I work for the county road department, so they have a few old signs that's gotten painted on and stuff like that. We'll get those and been faded out or something. I don't get them all. I just get 2 or 3 here or there, and then that way I'll have some aluminum pieces to work with. As you can see, those right there, that's all road sign material. And I think that bracket right there is one. So, I mean, it comes in handy. It's no good for road use anymore, and I'm not stealing anything, so they gave it to me. Yeah, I've used tags in the floor pans too. Yeah, I gotten rid of a bunch of old cars I wished I still had, but hey, you can't keep them all. You get like this, you get too many of them. This one's gonna go back outside and get covered up until I can get some of these race cars basically ready to race. And I'm gonna try to get this one race ready. This one's already basically race ready. And so we're gonna get this one done. When it's done, we're gonna kind of just put it over to the side. I'm gonna start on that one back there. We got another one out in the trailer we're gonna work on, but we got to get this out of here to where we can get. No, that's a 77 Mustang 2. And I drug it out of the salvage yard right the last day they were open, and kept it from the crusher. As you can see, it's already becoming a table, as anything does when it sits very long. So it's got to come out of here. It's got a little 2.8 V6 in it, 4-speed transmission. It runs. I got it running. So, yep. Yep. But this is another modified chassis over here. I got to weld another lower control arm bracket on right here. That one had been cut off, and I've got one outside, out back on a trailer on a frame section. I'm cutting off it. I'll bring it in and bolt the A-arm up to it, and that'll get welded back. And those are old drag slicks that's going to get thrown away. Those are some pretty good ones right here. But they're going to get put in storage here before long. Get out of here where we can get some more room. All this is getting burnt right here. Used to be a furnace right here. We took the furnace out, threw it outside. As you can see, that's part of it right there. Fixing to hook our wood stove up. We got one more piece of pipe to put in. And all this was kind of piled over here with the wood and everything and his brother. So we're getting rid of that rat nest. All this is getting burnt, cleaned up. Those are some racing springs. But an old engine stand, that's probably going outside. Don't need that. Just some old boards that's kind of big and bulky. It don't need it. I've got a roller under it I can use. We got engines on stands under here that fits a whole lot better and is not nearly as bulky. So, I can't read what your name is, but somebody said hi. Appreciate you jumping in. Trucker Tom's in there. As you can see, we are working on race car. Finally on this old Camaro. Trying to get a little bit done. We'll work on this a little bit. We'll work on that a little bit. We'll work on that a little bit. We dance around. I'm waiting on gaskets. As you can see, got an oil pan gasket came in, but I am waiting on head gaskets. I don't know where they're at. They're supposed to have been in yesterday. They're not here yet. So just waiting
You know what I mean? If anybody wants to sponsor me a good sensor, I sure could use it. I need one of these. I guess that's a crank sensor. I'm not sure. I'm still learning on these 7.3s, but I need a new sensor. I heard yesterday that the sensors are being made for Ford by Dorman now. They said that Alliance was no longer making them for Ford, but you could still get the Alliance sensors. But Ford is charging Ford prices for those parts store sensors, and I think they're charging $400 for a stinking sensor that you can buy at a parts store for $100. So same thing, and I've heard nightmares from it. People put them in and get down the road about maybe 2 months, and they go bad. So some of them don't even run right. So I don't know anything about these. All I know is I hear a crank sensor and a cam sensor. Where's the cam sensor? I do not know. I am green as a gourd on these things. Just pulled the chain out of the end of that light. So, I know that's probably a heat temperature sensor. Get this. I'm looking for a sensor down in there, but I don't see one. I don't know where the cam sensor would be at. No. Lost as a goose. Anybody know where the cam sensor's at for a 7.3? In the front. Is it right in here? Let me take you out of this stand. I'm a looking. I don't see a place for one. Okay. Would it be that one? Or that? I know that's a sensor. So that one. It's hard for me to tell. That has to go in. That's probably getting reading off of the camshaft, I would think. No, camshaft's up here. Camshaft's right there. So that might be reading off of the cam gear. Okay. I don't know. By the balancer, I think the lower one, just above the balance, crank sensor. Yes. Upper is cam. Okay. Camshaft sensor. So somebody tell me, is this crankshaft sensor and this is camshaft sensor, or what? I'm still learning. I'm ignorant. Lower is the crank sensor. Okay. Okay, now I'm starting to understand. That's what I would think just by looking at it. I thought this might be some kind of water temperature or something, but I guess that's cam sensor. Bottom is cam sensor. Okay. I can pick up off of the reluctor ring on crank. Okay, I'm getting all sorts of messages. Well, that's what I would think, so I ain't got a clue. I'm going to pull this pan off. I may do that later, but I'm waiting. I was just waiting to get all my stuff before I started doing any more to it, because I don't want to scatter my parts any farther than what they already are. So, but I want to get that pan off of it where I can check my bearings and all of that. I get my bearings checked, and I'm going to put my heads on. Is there a sensor located in rear of block just above oil pan? Okay, let me go look. Don't see one there. Don't see one here. Unless it's in the back, but I wouldn't think it'd be behind the flywheel. Cam sensor. Maybe in the valley. Well, I don't know. Let me get a light. If I can find a flashing light. Just a second and I'll help you, Matthew. Ain't nothing in there but a fuel pump. Nothing down there. I'll look it up. I'll bet you we can figure it out. Bet you we can figure it out. I know there's a sensor right there, and a sensor right there, and a sensor right there. That looks more like a heat sensor. Don't look like nothing major. That looks more like a crank sensor to me. So, go ahead and do what you need unless you need some help. But Yeah. Looks like a temp sensor. So this is a 7.3. 1990. This is a 95, isn't it? Yeah. 95. First year 7.3 Power Stroke. Anyhow, that's the status on the Power Stroke, for people that's wondering. Waiting on gaskets. So, that's where we're at. I'm going to do a thorough cleaning on it before we go back together. And I've got the gasket off of it. So, it just needs, I need to get in here and clean these water jackets, but the gaskets cover those. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. That would be the crank sensor being hit down here close, because it would, should be a reluctor ring or something in there. Well, I can get where you can see that one. Should be a reluctor ring that it runs on. So, anyhow, yep. Yep. You're right. I think that's probably the problem with it. Right there. They said it quit running on him. It just died. So I really need that. And I'd really like to get one of these and put on it since I'm got it this far out, because that sure would be a whole lot easier since it's out. I could pop this off, get it out of the way, and then well, I wouldn't even have to pull that off, but change that out while it's handy. Because when you get all this stuff back in here, that's, yeah, in the truck, ain't doing it. So. Yeah, I know a camshaft sensor does it too. We're just trying to locate the camshaft sensor. Unless that's the camshaft sensor. But I would think that's heat temperature. But heat temperature might be in the heads. I don't know. Yeah, it causes no start. Yeah. No start or long cranks. So, yeah. Yep. Anyhow, this was my, well, let me put it this way. If I work on one more, that'll make two that I've worked on. So, that'll let you know how many of these I've worked on. So, this one and one more will make two. I don't think I've ever even changed the oil on one of these things, but I'm figuring them out. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this thing back together and then that old truck here real soon. If I can ever get my gaskets, mercy. I tell you, these people drag their feet on getting you some gaskets. Yeah, they're some of the best if you, as long as you don't have to work on them. Then you have to take out a bank loan to fix them. I need somebody to sponsor me some sensors for that because I can't afford them good sensors. I I didn't realize they's that high. I was thinking, oh, gasket set ain't that bad. I'll pull out. I'll do this and that. And shoot, $400 from Ford on a Dorman sensor. Nah, you can keep that thing. I'll figure something else out. Somebody tell me how to replace that sensor with something else. I've heard nightmares out of the Dorman sensors, and Ford went to them instead of keeping the good ones and still charging their high price for them. Yeah. Give me an old small block Chevy or small block Ford. I can fix on that. As you see, I got heads galore here. Aluminiums, cast irons. I got crankshafts, more pistons and buckets. I got brand new pistons in a box. I got more crankshafts. I got used rods. There's a four cylinder intake. Don't need that no more. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let me set y'all back up over here. I'm on. Slay Queen 43 said hi. How you doing? Get y'all set back up on this broke down tripod. All right.
It won't break.
It won't bend.
I mean,
What's that?
bend a 90, and you have to flip it over, and this bend, but on this side, but you wouldn't be able to get it in.
Right. Yeah. I just have to bend the 90. And then, let's see. This, well, still ain't gonna work, is it?
You gotta go, and you could take this, hook somewhere and flip it and hit it with the hammer down.
That just looks like crap.
Well, then, I could cut this, I mean, it's too late now. Just add a little space into each side of the radiator and rivet in, and then you put rubber, put enough space in, you put rubber over the rivet edge, whatever the case is.
I tell you, over there, beside Johnny Rock, where the steel place is, where the fabrication shop, right there, you know where Johnny Rock's is, I think pulled in there. But anyway, it's right there. They can bend it. And we might have to go somewhere and have to bend it. And if we can do that, then we'll eliminate our problem, not necessarily not have to worry about this. So, might you get McDougal tomorrow, but this is where you want to be. Want these down,
These two down.
these two down, and then these two out. Yeah. shop. You have to work or you don't. Well, we can get it, but it don't necessarily have to be tomorrow. Crack the thing open and here he comes. Who's outside? Who's outside? Who is that? Who's that out there?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, we just have to get that down. Something like that be good.
That's what I know.
Boy, about knock my camera over. Okay. Got some stolen pipes. May have to have that come another night or two.
Yeah.
Your garage is way bigger than Rick Moore's garage. Who's Rick Moore?
Way better.
Way better? Okay. Oh, I ain't got one. Who's Rick Moore's? I ain't got a clue who you're talking about. Go on. Ain't got no more. This thing fire up.
Coffee?
Yeah, we have. We have. Oh, it. Slide off from it. Floor, if it won't break.
I see what you're saying. He don't like that race car. Alright, that's enough. Dog don't like that race car.
Oh, he's thinking, now I got something to chase. Now I got something to chase.
Yep. We get that radiator hooked up on that car there. We're gonna be making it so that we can start and run it once a month, you know, once every couple of weeks. We get another battery and put on it. That way it'll, motor needs to run. They ran a year. Whenever we got it in there, we got it running, but that's, I don't know when that was. Yep. Yeah, we moved that radiator bracket forward and got it to where we can get this. We just gotta get our pieces made for this now. Working on our brake won't bend what we need to bend. Our bends are too close and we can't bend it, so we gotta, we'll have to take it and have it, I don't know, it's laying on top of the motor there, but we'll have to take it and have it bent. Probably take it to that metal shop there beside John Brock. That's the same guys that was over there beside Greg Price's place. That's where I had my sheet metal bent, or metal bent. That fender on that race car trailer, and that back post and whatnot.
Can you use this regular piece of metal?
Well, we could, we're just trying to go with aluminum.
Just enough, take,
She's rolling, tub back in, or
some aluminum angle. And weld, take those, oh, I don't want to.
yeah, I'd like to try to tinker with that.
There's rods up there, and weld them.
Yeah.
Or take that piece right there. Then, I've got one that's straight right there,
I never tried welding with rods.
Yeah, it's just a, like a heavy duty solder, is what it is. I've watched them do it.
I watched them to do it too,
but
but I ain't never tried to do
it's
it.
just you gotta get it hot and it'll melt right in, but, the boys demonstrated at the flea market one time.
Well, I seen no boy welding with them too. He was welding Coke cans up and blocks, lawnmower blocks, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we're gathering golf balls, people hitting them, landing them out here in the yard, I seen another one out there in the yard this morning. Yeah. I don't know who's knocking them in our yard, but we're getting a collection of them. Every once in a while, you'll be out here and all of a sudden, pow, 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 you'll hear one bounce off the roof. I was out here one Saturday, or a Friday, one or two, heard one bounce off the roof, and I'm like, ain't got a clue where it's coming from.
Somebody's got a good arm over at the country club.
Yeah, they have to really have a good one. You got a piece of aluminum that just needs to be cleaned. This thing here probably not gonna work too well, but. I don't have a
My coffee being somewhere.
yeah, it's over there, I think.
While ago, comments were showing up on that.
Yeah, there ain't nobody saying anything right now. Hold it. Well, hold 'em. Not like that. Must have done like that.
start glasses right here.
Have you got you a brazen tip?
No, not for this. I just have to turn it down low. Yep. Yeah, if it's acetylene, I used to have one, but that's propane, I don't have one. Gotta get it down there real fine. Oh, come on now. Never done this. Dang it. Need a clamp on the other side too. As soon as I put heat to it, it pops loose. It's probably in. Pick it up.
Are you running a perfect bead?
I ain't even got it melt in yet.
I've always kind of wanted to try to mess with them, but I had some of them rods, but I don't know where they ever went to.
Getting a little harder now.
Me and Stan both bought some of them rods at, of a Pettigene.
Mm-hmm.
we was carrying them out, and Stan said, this is probably as far as these rods will ever go with me. But he said, I got some of them. He said, that will make them look too easy.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. I got it going now. Too much. Yeah, I got it hot. Ain't easy done.
I'm gonna try to get the clamp off of it. Hold still. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I melded them together. Not very good, but I melded them together. Them ain't gonna work. It might work for a soldering rod, but that ain't gonna work for like the guy said. So, he's welding holes up in aluminum cans.
Yeah, and aluminum blocks and
Yeah.
everything else. It's a trick to it. I mean, I was sitting there watching him do it.
You get that aluminum right when it's ready to,
You just,
and it'll go poof, it'll just fall out with you. I mean, that's what they did here. And
Yeah.
just about the time that aluminum starts melting in, the whole aluminum falls out. So,
you just you gotta know the temperature, I mean, you know,
yeah, it ain't for me. It ain't TIG welding, I can tell you that. I can TIG weld, I can't do this.
yeah, it's a,
I can braze. I can weld with a coat hanger. I can do all that, but I can't do that.
that guy was using, best I remember, he was using a little handheld propane torch.
Yeah, they don't get too hot. Yeah, that's what this guy was using. Probably the same guy. Pawned them off on Harbor Freight. Making him millions of dollars now, selling them to Harbor Freight. Same rods. You might be able to use them for TIG welding, but I don't know, it's awful soft compared to that aluminum. Needs no flux. Low working temperature. Established 1986. That's about the time I watched him do it. Yeah. I got a word for that. That word is gimmick.
Well,
Oh, that's a gimmick. I watched him do it, and ain't nobody else ever done it. I ain't never seen nobody else do it.
I was gonna say, I watched him do it.
Oh, I watched him do it too, but it's a gimmick.
Ain't no telling how many hours and hours and hours and hours he's
I ain't got that many hours.
practicing,
Yeah.
doing it, you know.
Gimmick.
Well, it looks like you welded that back in there. Welded that neck back in that.
Oh, yeah, I had that done. Cause I had thought about trying it with them, and I'm glad I didn't. I got thinking, no, I know a guy that can. So I took it to him. So, needless to say, unless and I get more braver, that's the last time I'll try them. Unless and I wanna weld an aluminum can up.
Looks to me like aluminum can be harder to weld than anything,
I mean,
cause it's so thin.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, you'd have to learn, you know, just gotta practice with it.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Just gotta get another bottle of that $30 a can stuff, huh? Stuff ain't cheap.
Probably get it for free.
Where at?
Napa.
Be nice to get some, you know? Well, I eat on some of this stuff here, but it ain't all that good. It needs some strawberries to go on it.
We'll get, that last dome, there, 'cause I've had it. I had me one of them.
Alright. That dog out there like seeds, I know that. Well, let's see what video's done. I'll probably shut this thing down. Essentially had an epic fail there trying to weld aluminum. Oh. Can't see nothing. Let me get my spectacles on. Hang on, y'all stay still. Trying to run off on me.
26 in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been bouncing around 26, 27. I ain't had nobody said nothing in a minute. Yep.
Just ain't showing up.
Well, I think we're gonna get around here, guys. Been on here an hour and a half, right at it. We appreciate everybody jumping in. If you're still in here and you hadn't gave it a thumbs up, if y'all don't mind, go ahead and do that. If y'all don't mind, go down. If you see that hype button at the bottom of my page or bottom of my channel on the next video, if you don't mind, hit that hype button. That sure would help my channel out a little bit. So we'll be able to grow our channel. We'll be able to do better stuff. So we've got some new stovepipe here. We're fixing to hook our wood stove up. If we do that, we're gonna build a fire in it, burn some of this stuff, get some of the oil and whatnot burn off in the stove. That way, come colder weather, we will have stove in here. So I sure appreciate y'all. We got a little project going here. We'll be back on it here in another little bit. But whenever we get our bracket cut off outside, I got it nearly cut off today, but we're trying to get this one. If we can get this one ready, we'll be able to kind of stop focusing so hard on it, and we'll be able to start focusing on another one. Again, we've got one in a race car trailer. We're probably going to work on a little bit more than this one for now. Try to work on it, get it. We're going to put it right here where this little Mustang's at, and we will that's a Tesla. I thought I heard a turbine turning. Got a Tesla out there turning around the driveway. Weirdest sounding motors you ever heard. Anyway, we're gonna get this old car out and get it covered up and get another race car right here and get to work on it. So, all right. This car's gonna be ready here real soon.
That car is basically ready right over there. And we'll be working on another one right here, and it'll be ready. And we'll have another one ready probably in another 6 months. It'll take us a while to get this one done. Unless somebody wants to sponsor us about 10 grand. Then we can get it done. So anyway, I'm gonna get around here. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Let me get you set up right here where I can let go. I don't know if you can see me or not. Get you set up over here. Might be able to see me better. All right. We appreciate everybody jumping in here tonight. We've been in here a little bit over, right at an hour and a half now, hour and 30 minutes and 3 seconds. So we're working on trying to get some new t-shirts. So we'll have some of them up for long. I got a guy working on my website, but that's kind of been in a stall stage. So if I can get my website set up, I'll have some t-shirts on there for sale, but I don't have that up yet. So, but we appreciate everybody jumping in. We're going to try to get this done. We'll try to get the 7.3 done, get it back in the truck. Yeah, we got projects, but we need to get some merch going to try to pay for some of this. It's YouTube ain't paying me a dime yet, so we got to try to get something done where we can get some revenue coming in, where we can keep this rolling. But anyway, appreciate y'all for jumping in. This is Russell here saying God bless you. Jesus loves you. And Outfits Garage, we always say, keep a hammering, guys.